Good morning. It's Friday, and that means Friday Sing Along. Our three songs today include two what I think are old favorites. This is God's Wondrous World and Softly and Tenderly. And then for our birding friends, Allison and I like to make fun of, seems strong, but maybe poke at our birding friends a little bit. But there's a really cool song on Voices Together that includes birds. And so I found that one too, and we'll sing it. Well, let's get right into singing. As always, the words are in the email where you received this link or under the video you're watching in YouTube in the description. This is God's wondrous world. Bum, bum, bum. This is God's wondrous world, and to my listening ears all nature sings, and round me rings the music of the spheres. This is God's wondrous world. I rest me in the thought of rocks and trees, of skies and seas, the wonders God has wrought. This is God's wondrous world. The birds their carols raise, the morning light, the dark of night, declare their Maker's praise. This is God's wondrous world, a wanderer I may roam. Whate'er my lot, it matters not, my heart is still at home. This is God's wondrous world. Oh, let me ne'er forget that though the wrong seems oft so strong, God is the ruler yet. This is God's wondrous world. The battle is not done. Jesus who died shall be glorified, and earth and heaven be one. Well, there was a bird reference snuck into that one too. All right, God speaks to us in bird and song. It's in Voices Together, number 539. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see if I get that right. It's not, well, maybe, where's my pitch pipe? Bum, 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 bum. God speaks to us in bird and song, in winds that drift the clouds along, above the din and toil of wrong, a melody of love. God speaks to us in far and near, in peace of home and friends most dear, from faded past and present clear, a melody of love. God speaks to us in darkest night, by quiet ways through mornings bright, when shadows fall with evening light, a melody of love. O voice divine, speak unto me, beyond the earth, beyond the sea, and let me echo joyfully a melody of love. All right, and softly and tenderly. Softly and tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling for you and for me. See, on the portals he's waiting and watching, watching for you and for me. Come home, you who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling, O sinner, come home. should we tarry when Jesus is pleading, pleading for you and for me? Why should we linger and heed not his mercies, mercies for you and for me? Come home, you who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling, O sinner, come home. Oh, for the wonderful love he has promised, promised for you and for me. Though we have sinned, he has mercy and pardon, pardon for you and for me. Come home, you who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling, O sinner, come home. Calling, beloved, come home. Amen.